so delicious.
I put some love.
Owner of City Cadillac Buick GMC in Long Island City, Queens. And today it's a very interesting experience. It's what I call, well actually what Chef Alfonso calls familia con familia. My family business discovering an incredible hidden gem, a jewel, hidden in Queens, which is Casa del Chef. And the chef that I'm talking about is Chef Alfonso Zhicay.
That's correct. Sam, how you doing?
It's wonderful to see you.
Wow.
So for your first course, you're having a summer bean salad with whole grain mustard, pistachios, and a touch of basil on the top.
Is that those like microgreens on top?
On the top, yes.
Yeah, wow, it's beautiful. Thank you so much. It's delicious. I remember you told me once when I first met you about your mother and how you basically lived on a farm and grew the vegetables and raised the livestock. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so first of all, my mom became a widow. So I was the first in the family and the brothers. So I had to help her really strong enough. And we used to, my mom used to grow all the vegetables that you can imagine, and as a little kid I was running just behind her and basically like a kind of chasing.
And following her. It was like it was your playground.
Yeah, you know, kids, they love to, you know, go in the ground and peel and grab stuff. For me it was kind of that thing, and I guess just being part of that lifestyle.
Very close to nature.
Yeah, and until today. And to me, it's related a lot with my cooking that I'm doing today. It relates a lot in being organic and being natural and being not, I would not say sophisticated, but of being carefully, you know? Because when you have such a, my mom used to teach me, if you have a beautiful, delicious corn, you know, as a kid, we want a lot of cheese and fold it and eat it. Mama, you don't need it. Look at this, how sweet.
Right,
you know?
natural.
How sweet. Yeah. So those kind of things, it's part of, I guess, my growing early as a child, as a kid. When it comes to organic, when it comes to a direct flavor of the vegetable or fruit.
For your second course, you have a poached artichoke with fresh herbs, which are thyme and rosemary. And right under, we have a corn chowder.
Corn chowder.
With sango tomatoes. So we have fresh corn and.
It's like has some roasted red pepper in there too.
Rosemary probably for the. No, I don't think so.
Oh my God. So that's really interesting to me, your history, and the fact that now, you know, when you talk about trends and people obsessed with good health, and farm to table is now kind of this huge thing. You see Jean-Georges has ABC Kitchen and has JoJo, and you hear about all these new restaurants around the world, and all these chefs are incorporating locally sourced foods, and yet like you're almost like the original farm to table guy because this was your upbringing decades ago. This is how you live. This is all you knew.
When I was start working in restaurants here in New York City, when I met my previous chef in 1996.
Was that Dan Barber?
Dan Barber from Blue Hill. From Blue Hill Restaurant.
Yeah. They have their own farm too.
Today, yes.
Yeah.
Farm to table concept is like just like a title.
Yes.
But most what it is supporting. That's the concept when it comes more. Supporting local farmers.
So they have an outlet for their goods.
Right. So that's where more the idea comes from. We've been doing this forever. But the thing is, it was missing the message to bring it out. The title, Farm to Table.
Support your local farmers, so to speak.
I feel like now we're connected now. All right. Now your last course is a Philadelphia duck breast and on top you're having a horseradish sauce.
Wow.
And on the side we have yellow and green zucchini with potato foam on the right.
Potato foam. Oh my God. It looks like cream.
It looks like cream. It's up this potato.
Just potato. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you.
When years ago, the chefs started going little by little, and I was there. I was one of the also cooks going with the chef to the farmer's market
to get the ingredients,
to pick the stuff, to pick the whatever vegetables. And for me, it was kind of fun. For them, was very impressed to see things, but for me, it was more natural. Because I know if I go in a, let's say now in the summer, beautiful peppers comes out there, and I know how to tell when was harvest, yesterday or 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So when I go to the market, I can pick, I can source, and I grab the best ingredients. Yes, today is the farm to table concept all over the place. But a lot of times I don't see that, because what happens when you get a nice, great ingredient from a farmer's market, from whatever it is, and when it comes to the kitchen, if you don't know how to treat, you lose everything.
Well, it's an interesting thing, because one thing I notice in your cooking, I have a term I use. I don't know if people understand what I'm saying, but I call a lot of chefs cheaters. And it's easy to make something taste good when you add butter and salt and oils, but it's a talented chef that lets the main ingredient, without the extra spices, salt and butter and oil, those things that aren't healthy for you, to make the actual ingredient like a pepper or corn or a fresh cherry tomato or even a piece of fish, let its natural flavor come to the surface and be the thing that you taste. I noticed whenever I've eaten in your restaurant, it's almost like the food is the star, not what I call that cheater, the salt and the butter, but the food becomes the star, the natural flavor, the natural seasonality of something when you can taste it so fresh that becomes what rises to the top on your palate.
So now for your dessert, you're having our homemade berry gelato with a nice fresh berry soup.
I love this yogurt gelato with cold berry soup.
Yes,
wow,
sir.
Awesome.
Enjoy it.
That is unbelievable. When I was young, I worked in my father's automobile dealership. And decades later, I opened my own dealership here in Long Island City, Queens City, Cadillac, Buick, GMC.
Which is one of the most popular ones, and yes, well known.
Yeah. And so And my kids are here helping me shoot video and do social media. And so it means a lot to me that generation to generation, and kind
Absolutely.
of like the term you said, family to family. And so my question is, what does it mean to you, having that connection to your mother, working on the farm, and now opening your own restaurant with your own children, Sandra and Henry here, making a difference, working together? What does that mean to you?
A lot. It's big.
When I look around your restaurant and I see signs up saying family, home, and happiness is homemade, and all these signs that I see, it makes me realize how important all of that is to you, family, and that your place has a certain warmth. The food's natural, the environment feels very natural and very much like your home. And I guess that's where you got the name, Casa del Chef Bistro.
Yes, yeah. Original, I never wanted to a tremendous, huge, big place. Reason why? Because I wanted to demonstrate of my heart and passionate food and passionate with family. As a single parent with my two kids, I have so much myself to put in their lives, to show that it's not easy. Also, it's not hard to do and they succeed, and especially in this city, in New York, in this country, as an immigrant that I'm come from. So I guess all this love that I have from back when I was a little kid, from my mom, from my country, getting here in New York, it's all combined. It's all combined today, and things that I got has to be matched what has happened in my past with my previous experience, my previous family, and what things that I put in here is like represents and connects.
What did you learn? What do you think were the key lessons? If you had to pick 3 key lessons.
Number 1, a good listener.
Be a good listener.
Good listener. Entire life, until today. Number 2, be curious.
Be curious. Always want to learn.
Learn, yeah. And number 3, knowing that you can do it.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. Yeah.
And I'd say if there was a 4th thing from listening to you and talking with you and eating in your restaurant, the 4th thing is put your heart into it and be passionate about what you're doing.